It's way too early for you to be filming and you just want to go to sleep. Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. I just want to remind you that you are enough, you are perfect, and you are beautiful just as you are. Today, it's about 5:30 in the morning. So if I'm a little loopy or if I doze off, you know why. But I am doing a foundation review on the on the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Full Coverage Foundation. This is the total cover version. There was a dewy, there was a matte, and then there was a total cover. I'm a full coverage queen, honey. So we went with the total cover. This is a collaboration with Cole's Cosmo on Instagram. I will link her video down below as well as her Instagram, so make sure you check her out because she is really awesome. And she also did a review on this foundation, but she has a different skin type than I do. So I'm dry, oily, combination, sensitive, acne-prone skin. Yeah. She has a different skin type than I do, so if, you know, my skin type is different from yours, maybe it's similar to hers, you'll have to watch her video to find out. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you hit the bell so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. And with that, let's get started. So I'm going to be mixing this review, I'm so sorry, I'm so sleepy, with my Tip Tuesday, which is going to be 7 tips for making your foundation look flawless. Okay, girl, flawless. The first tip I have for making your foundation look flawless is exfoliating your skin. Okay, if you're not exfoliating your skin by now, girl, get it together, all right? So, usually I will do a DIY scrub. I have a video on DIY scrubs that I love to use. I will link that in the cards. But when I need something quick, I use this one. It is the Beauty 360 Acne Control Apricot Facial Scrub. I really like this one. And if I'm not in the mood to make a scrub, or if I don't have one made already, I will use this bad boy. And it works very well for me. So, tip number 1. Tip number 2 for making your foundation look flawless is use a moisturizer. This is the one that I use. As you can see, it's gone. There's also a hair in it. That's disturbing. But I need to use some more of this. I love this. It is the Pond's Dry Skin Cream Rich Hydrating Facial Moisturizer. I love this because, like I said, I have dry skin. And this just, oh, my skin loves it. I love this. I love this. I love this. I have a few other moisturizers that I use, but this is my OG. It's dirty. I use it a lot. If I don't use this, I will use coconut oil, which I also really like as a moisturizer. There's so many gnats in my house. It's annoying. So yes, I will use this, or I will use coconut oil. And that works for me. So, yes. Tip number 3 for making your foundation look flawless is use a primer. I know we should all be using primers by now, but some of us aren't. So you know what? I'm just going to reiterate. Primers prepare your skin, prepare, get it, for the makeup. I like to use the Melanie Mills Hollywood Body Gleam Radiance in Rose Gold. This is what really works best for me. It blurs my pores. It fills in any lines. It gives me a nice smooth surface to work with. So I like to use this as my primer. But I would say whatever your skin type, whatever your skin needs, find a primer and use it, because it really will make a difference in how your makeup looks and also how it stays. If it stays on your face or if it just slides off, you know? We don't want that. Tip numero cuatro. See how I did the R roll there? Make sure that you're applying your foundation correctly. Okay? If you're gonna use a sponge, that's cool. If you're gonna use a brush, that's cool. But what I like to do, and what I recommend that you do if you want your foundation to look nice and airbrushed, is dab, don't drag. And if you watch some of my videos, you will see me dragging. Don't do that. Do as I say, not as I do. Because sometimes I don't do things correctly. But you know what? I'm human. All right? I make mistakes. But I learn from them. So yes, I would recommend applying the foundation to the back of your hand. And then taking your brush or your sponge or what have you and dab. Dab, 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 dab. That will give you a nice airbrushed finish, and we'll cut down on streaking, because if you drag, you might get streaks. And we don't want streaks. So, finally moving into this foundation, I don't know how much I should use, so I did that. I feel like this is my color, but at the same time I'm nervous that it's not gonna be my color. So I like to use a brush. That's just my preference. So we're gonna go in. Oh wow, it's kind of like a moussey texture. I'm kind of nervous. Okay, we're doing it. All right, let's go. Oh, this is light. Oh, it's definitely light. I mean, it's... no, it's light. It's fine. We're only going to be wearing this all day. Oh, girl! Oh, okay. It's fine. Yo, look at instant tan. Like, clearly I cannot match myself. We're not gonna talk about this, okay? It's applying really nicely. It's going on well. I like the coverage so far. It's not streaking or anything. The only thing I really have a problem with is the color, but that was really more my fault. At the same time, there wasn't the largest selection of colors, but you know, it is what it is. It could have been worse, honestly. So this is one layer, and honestly, the coverage isn't bad. It's not bad. I feel like I might go another layer just because I really want to be full coverage, but it's not bad. It's not bad for $12. Like, come on. It's definitely not bad. Yeah, I feel it, and it doesn't feel like heavy or anything. It feels very light on my face. So you know what? We're gonna go back in. It's another layer. Ooh, this is hecka pretty. Oh, this is pretty. Oh, I like it. You guys, I really like it. It feels good. Yeah, no, it feels good. The coverage is cool. I feel like I did use a lot. I definitely used a lot. But I use a lot of anything. Like, I use a lot of my Fenty. I've had it for a few weeks and I'm already halfway done with the bottle. So I'm heavy-handed with my products, but so far I really like it. Yeah, feels good. It smells like foundation. There's not like a overpowering smell or anything like that. I've been blending for days, but it's fine. I like it. Okay, great, cool, awesome. So, tip number 5. Tip number 5 is conceal under your eyes. Conceal under your eyes, because not only will that highlight, but it'll also cover up any dark circles or any like problem areas you might have missed, because Lord knows I have a tendency to miss problem areas. So what I like to do is take a little bit of a lighter concealer, a concealer that's too light for my face, take a drop of that, and then take whatever foundation that I'm using, which is this, obviously. Take a little drop of that and mix them together and use that for concealing under my eyes. And we're dabbing, not dragging. Whew! So now that we've concealed everything but our memories, my sixth tip is to always set your foundation and your concealer, but do not put on too much powder. Because if you put on too much powder, you'll look cakey. And you know what? Sometimes that might be the look you're going for. Today, that is not the look we're going for. So, I'm going to take this Laura Mercier powder, this very messy powder that I always end up making a mess with. And I'm going to take this brush here, and I'm going to set under my eyes first. Just gonna dab that in, because we do not want these under eyes to crease. Also set. And now we're gonna go in with the Big Daddy. And we're going to set our entire face with that same powder. So those are my 6 tips for getting flawless foundation. As you can see, most of the prep work went in before you even touch your foundation. So exfoliating and moisturizing your skin and priming your skin, very important steps if you want your foundation to look good. I promise it will make a world of difference. If you are not already doing those things, you definitely should be. Going back to this foundation though, I really, really like it. Honestly, aside from the color, I think it looks really nice on my skin. It blended really nicely. It doesn't feel heavy. I don't feel like I have a bunch of foundation on my face, even though I have a bunch of foundation on my face. It says that it is up to 24 hours. Yeah, weightless feel. Definitely feels weightless. Full coverage. I feel like I feel like it's a buildable coverage. That first layer I wouldn't say was full coverage, but then again, I tend to go overboard. So, you know, maybe full coverage for someone else. For me, not so much. I had to do 2 layers. But definitely feeling full coverage now. I'm feeling that now. So I'm going to finish the rest of my face, and then I'm going to do some check-ins throughout the day because I have a lot to do. I got to go to work. I have a meeting. I have to work out, so I'm going to the gym. Oh, we'll definitely see if it's going to stay on then. So I will see you guys in a couple of hours. We're going to check in on this face. Hi guys, I am so sorry, but today was crazy. Like, I literally could not get away from my desk to check my foundation, and I just got home from work, so it's been about 8-9.5-ish hours. I think it still looks good. There's a little bit of creasing. I don't know if you guys can see it. I have a terrible camera, but there's a little bit of creasing here. Not so much on my smile line. Well, a little bit there. But I haven't been smiling much today, so there hasn't really been any cracking there. But I did get a little bit oily here, but that happens with any foundation, honestly. But overall, I think this has held up really, really, really well. Like, it still looks fresh. Like, it more or less, it looks really, really good to me, in terms of, like, I've been wearing it for like 8 hours. But I also haven't really been doing much. I haven't been sweating, I haven't been smiling. I've been pretty much stone-faced all day, sitting at a desk in an air-conditioned room. So yeah, I haven't done much. I'm about to go work out. So the real test will be the sweat. The sweat test is the real test. So I will check in with you guys after my workout. But so far, so good. A little bit of cracking there. A little bit. Not much, but a little bit. Hey loves. So this is going to be my last check-in of the day. I'm exhausted and I'm so ready to go to bed. Well, I'm ready to take a shower and go to bed because I ran like 2 miles. But anyway, I feel like for a foundation that I've been wearing for about 18 hours, I've been wearing it for about 18 hours. I feel like it's done a really decent job for being worn for 18 hours. And I went to the gym and I sweated. I ran. Today was a run day. So I ran and I was sweating. You can see right here, sweat. So I was kind of like wiping at I have a mustache. It's fine. It's fine. But I was dabbing a little bit because there was like globs of like foundation. That was another thing. I was running and it was like just goops of it. Like it was coming off in like droplets, and that was weird. That's never happened to me before, but you know, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, a little bit right here, but I was wiping my mouth a lot. So yeah, right, all up in here is just kind of, But, oh, and like right where my glasses sit on my nose has lost a little bit of coverage right here. It's where my glasses are. So it's like, but again, that happens with pretty much every foundation. So, I mean, I still think it looks bomb. I still think it looks cute, you know, except for the fact that it is, like, that's my skin and this is foundation. See how that doesn't match? So yeah, that's the only big issue that I had. But other than that, I think this foundation is great for my dry skin. Most of my skin is dry. I get oily in this area. Just this area. But for my dry skin, I think it works really, really well. So I'm gonna give it a an 8.5 just because when I did sweat, it was coming off in globs and that kind of bothered me. But overall, I think this foundation did really, really, really well. And I'll have to get my actual color, like actually go and have someone find the right shade for me, but I would definitely buy this again. And this video is not sponsored. Don't come for me. This video is not sponsored. I just really think this is a decent foundation, especially for the price. It's only $13. So, yeah. Do with that what you will. If you like this video, please... Oh, you know what? I forgot one thing. I had 7 tips for flawless foundation, and I forgot one. So my 7th tip is to make sure that your foundation actually matches your face. When you go to buy your foundation, don't do like me and test it on your hand, okay? Don't do that. Test it on your neck. Because even if your neck does not match your face, if you match your foundation to your neck, you won't have to blend your foundation downward. You can just put it on your face, and then your face will match your neck. Don't be like me, okay? We don't like the Casper face, all right? We don't like that. So those are my 7 tips for flawless foundation. Heed them. Heed my words well. May the force be with you. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe and make sure you turn on my post notifications so that you never miss when I upload another video. Remember that this is a collaboration review with Calls Cosmos on Instagram. I will have her video linked down below and her Instagram linked down below, so make sure you check that out. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting me. I love you so much. I'm gonna go to bed. I will see you guys tomorrow in my next video. Bye! Y'all know what to do. Click the video or subscribe button. Okay. Good night.